Hello everyone, my name is Benji and welcome back to Mindustry, where today I'm going to try to keep things just a tiny bit shorter than I had them last time. So the next zone up on the chopping block is the Ruinous Shores, which has a threat level of medium. We obviously still have some more stuff that we can burn through on the tech tree, but we'll deal with that at a later time. Right now I want to launch from the craters, and I want to launch using the Genesis core. That way I just start with the Genesis core. And I also want to start bringing some more of these guys. Just some more base material, some more stuff that's going to help us out. And we're going to launch in. Ooh, not a bad location overall. Like, this location is not bad. So Ruinous Shores, as you can see from the map, and just from the sheer scale of the thing, is large. This place is huge. 30 waves. There are actually 2 enemy drop-in zones. I don't need to really go show it, but there's a drop-in zone here, and there's a drop-in zone up here. There's coal located along each ridge, so we'll be able to use Astrolite as our main form of defense yet again. And then there's also some coal kind of in the middle of the ridge that we can end up using for our power supply using the Mark II power design that I have, which is these steam generators here, especially since I brought in the metaglass and everything else of that nature. But first things first is the thing that I'm no longer going to be showing, and that is going to be the stuff that's just basic. I literally do it every single time. So I'm going to claim this copper, this lead, this coal is going to turn into astrolite and graphite, and a couple of other things all over the place are going to turn into a couple other things. I'll show you what they all are afterwards. But I'm just going to go transform that, and I'll be back. So I'm finalizing the production now, and I wedged myself in here weird, I guess, and I just blew up. You can see the scoring there. I honestly, I don't know what that was about. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. I'm actually a little bit upset about it, because now I have to do this again, and I really didn't want to have to do this again. But now I have to do this again and run this belt the entire way like I just did. Sometimes I forget that I'm not flying when I'm playing this mod, because I'm so used to being an aerial unit, and I'm just not an aerial unit. But that should be everything. So it looks a little different than when I last left you guys off. We've got our lead, copper, graphite, lots of astrolite. We don't even need all of this astrolite, but I have it. Valvanite, which I'm going to pump some more coal into because it looks like it's suffering just a little bit. The ionite, or whatever this stuff is called. No, that's valvanite. This is vulcanite. And then we have silica up here. And it's modular. I can expand it or not. That's really about it. I could do metaglass. I'm thinking about doing metaglass and then just replacing one of these copper belts, or even, honestly, what it looks like I can do is just move them. And now I have a free belt here that I can bring in some stuff. Specifically, metaglass. So yeah, after this, it's literally just moving these temporary designs, which these guys are actually suffering greatly. This one's not, but that one is. And then upgrading our power supply with a little bit more coal. And that's literally it. That's all that there is left to do. So I'm going to put in the metaglass using this lead and sand here, and that'll be that. And I'll show you guys what happens next. Alright, metaglass has been implemented properly. which means next up and last up, we have to figure out what exactly we're going to do in terms of defense. I think I'm gonna want to do something a little different this time. I'm thinking about the Hell turrets. It uses power. The Pyro uses coal. The Devil we've already seen. The Electron and the Proton are both power-based. And then the things that use Valvanite would actually not be that bad. But I honestly do think that the best is still the Cosmos. I do still think that Cosmos is the best turret available to us at this point in time. The issue is how expensive they are in terms of lead. Like, the lead is just so expensive. With the Cosmos turrets, it's honestly ridiculous how expensive they are in terms of lead. And even, like, these guys, like, the Ioner is not. But then I would need to find copper and lead around here to turn into the stuff that I need. I think I honestly might just go default here and just do hails and use the graphite hails. Or even silica, actually, because 1.2 fire rate, I could do that, and 3 times ammo multiplier, same damage. Yeah, silica is just better, plus the homing. So yeah, we're just gonna do default. We're gonna do silica, except we're gonna use the alternate silica recipe that comes from the mod itself. And of course that's gonna get into the range of the thing. We don't want it in the range of the thing, so we're gonna back it up a bit. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave a gap, because I can actually power these guys with water in order to speed them up a bit. And then we're gonna do this. A little weird in terms of everything, just a tiny touch, little bit weird. But then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna keep power connections as well. And then we'll go on ahead and we'll do that. And that's obviously going to just devour every single resource that I have at my disposal right now. Then we're going to grab our silicon from the Exo mod. And we're just going to place that down here. And we're going to get rid of half of it. Like this. So now the silica is going to go up like that. The coal is going to come in from the bottom, and the sand is also going to come in from the bottom. And then the coal is going to come from literally just right here, because we have a huge deposit of coal. And we're just going to do this, that, and then the sand is going to be very similar. We're just going to do this, and that should be fine in the sand's regard. I might add, like, there, those guys get a little bit more sand. And then obviously we're going to need to power it, so grab the power line, bring it out, bring it down, bring it out, bring it down, and connect it into the main power node. And then, like I said, we're going to suffer for a little bit because we do not have any copper. And that's just going to be the defense. Hey, look at that, it prioritized it. So now that's working, and the silica oven is working. And there we have it. Our new defense is operational. So we can grab this as a blueprint and just take it, stamp it down at the bottom. And then we can work around the silica somehow. .tm. I might honestly just do this and give it like its own little corridor to travel through, and then get rid of this guy so that I can just put it through, and then get rid of that guy too, and just do that. And then we can do something similar with the power connectors and just work them around behind as well. There we go. And then I'm just going to duplicate that at the bottom, and that's it. That's literally it. I'm just going to duplicate that. Ooh, now I'm out of this graphite. So I might go upgrade that system, because we do not need all of this astrolite. Like, seriously, we do not need all of this astrolite. So instead, why don't we just get rid of these two guys? Right? You see what I'm thinking? And then just plug in the graphite. And now we have more graphite. Seems like a perfect solution to me. And then obviously silica is doing fine. That's a problem. That's a large problem. Holy cow, that's a large problem. Oh yeah, that's huge. That's a huge problem. That's very problematic. Oh, they've been decimating my power system and I didn't even notice. Yeah, those things have been decimating my power system and I didn't even notice. That's bad. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna go the vanilla approach to this, because the rest of this coal I want to have for my actual power grid. So we're just gonna go vanilla and just use scatters and these guys. Scatters and scrap. One of the easiest anti-air defenses, one of the quickest, one of the dirtiest. But hey, it's gonna work. And the other thing is that I'm actually gonna move that, that way it's on the water. Because if it's on the water, I can also do this. What? What? What was that? You guys saw that, right? I just died for no reason. Oh, you know what? I bet I drowned. Yeah, I probably drowned. Because, yes, drowning is a thing in this game. If you're a unit that does not do... Yeah, I drowned. If you're a unit that is not flying, you will drown in the water. And then we're going to make sure that we're protected down here as well. Is there another source of scrap anywhere close? No, the only source of scrap is up here. But that's fine. I can just do this. And now we're essentially just waiting. You can hear me splash. I don't get that I drown. That's odd. Because that water doesn't seem deep enough for me to drown. Anyway, oh well. We're just waiting on resources to actually come in at this point, so I won't bore you guys. I'm just going to build the rest of the defense, and we're going to see what this zone has to throw at us. They broke in. They broke in. They broke through my defensive line. They broke through my temporary. which is sad because I don't actually have what it takes to not have a temporary yet. Like, I don't have the resources, so I need to rebuild that temporary setup while I finish this, and then I can actually go and I can actually do this the way that it's supposed to be done. Ugh, annoying. Very, very annoying. And it looks like I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of that before I do anything. Oh well, back to it. Just wanted to give you that update that they got through. Alright, defenses online in both the north and the south portions of the map. As you can see, we have the one drop point here, and you've already seen the drop point at the top. So let's take a look. I just tabbed out by accident. Let's take a look at our research and see what's new. Well, first of all, the thing that catches my eye is the fact that we have... Where was it? There was the alternate core somewhere around here. Or was that not an unlock? Did I just start with that? I think I just started with that. Here it is. It was the Genesis control, so I wanted to see if there was more. Research stellar steel and research titanium. Neither of which we can do yet. The ground factory we can actually go on ahead and do. And then that will also give us access to the air factory and the flare and the mono, which I will actually go and start working on because monos are very helpful. I'll go on ahead and grab the dagger too. Oh my goodness. Soul. Small and durable unit created by the Solrons. Possesses plasma flamethrowers that set fire to whatever it hits, immune to burning and melting. Orion, the Genesux, fired cold plasma bullets. Bro, let's start researching these guys. I know what the crawler is, but it looks like I need to put coal into my core to finish that up. Galileo. So that must be the tier 2. Fires cold energy bolts. Let's go on ahead and get him as well. Wow, and the Culper, tier 3. So what, do we not have like a reconstruction thing? Like what's going on here? No, I only have the option to do the daggers. So how do I build these guys? Probably through the command center, which I don't have access to yet. And then the Corona. Corona! Oh no! Not the Corona. Not the Corona. Fires plasma balls. Wow, alright. Cool, 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 cool. Thermal generator complete. And then we still just have the Stellar, the Armada. I thought I already did that click, but okay. The Wave, which is just a water-based turret. Like it shoots water. And that's everything. So let's go on ahead and start with the flares, because flares are so handy. They are so handy. They're some of the most handy units that you'll ever get your hands on, because they just mine things automatically for you. It's great. I love it so much. But let's go on ahead and find a proper spot that we can place this thing in order to actually output the monos. And then plonk down some power connections. Because yes, it's a unit fabrication machine. Of course it's going to require some power of some sort. What's your problem? And then mono. And now that'll just build us units that will mine for us automatically. And I have some schematics that already deal with that. like these guys, the invasion drone one, but half the shit in that isn't unlocked, and they just build monos for me. But I'm a little curious how we upgrade our units. Ultuxium, titanium. So it looks like I'm gonna want Ultuxium. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now, is that I need to research Ultuxium. So how do we do Ultuxium? That's in the crusher. No, it's not. It's in the fuser oven. Silica and copper. Very doable. Yeah, that's extremely doable. Because there's copper right here. What are the rates? 1.5 and 3. So it's essentially just going to be, I'm going to disconnect this from the power grid for just a moment so that I can actually get some copper mining done in here. Like that. And then it's probably just going to be the exact same thing that I did here with this guy. So I'll just put it there, run one of the silica into it, and then run that into it, and then we'll just run this back through and put it on the belts. Yeah. Right, and then I need to get rid of both of those because I need fuser ovens. And then I want to see what that does. There we go. So now that I've unlocked it, oh, it gives me new units. The challenge, explode when near any structure or unit. So just like the crawler. And then the conflict, small and fast flying unit created by the Lycians. It's equipped with a shock rocket launcher that helps dealing with groups of enemies. This line of units are made to fight units and are not great at attacking structures. Very intriguing. Very, very intriguing. Plastanium. Wow, that's an advanced unit if I've ever seen one. And then the command center is the command center. There's nothing new about the command center. At least not that I'm able to see at the moment. And it honestly looks like that's not gonna input properly. Why does that not have copper? Well, how did sand get on this belt? No. I was like, why did it stop producing? How did sand get on there? Well, it's obvious I mined sand on accident. That's how it got on there. Here, let's just get rid of that and just replace one of the silica belts. And we can place it back later if we feel like it. I just want to replace that outer one instead of the inner one so that our monos keep producing. And we can actually continue mining stuff, because that's going to get us lead a lot quicker than trying to actually put a new belt into play. And with this mod, there's so many items, I really, really feel like we're just going to need all of the belts possible, specifically for these items that we're producing, instead of for, you know, anything else. So let's take a look back at the research tree. We can't quite unlock the command center yet, or the crawler. We still need more silica. That's like the main issue right now, is just silica. Silica, silica, silica. That's always the thing. Silicon is usually... Ooh, thunder. That's a new turret. 240 powerful piercing plasma arcs, and then the photon. Another power. Spread of powerful light orbs. I want to see some of these new turrets that we haven't seen in action. Like the electron, the proton. All these power-based turrets. So let's just get a testing zone up here for them. And then that's the electron and the proton. Let's see what they can do. Very inaccurate. Very inaccurate, probably stronger in numbers. What else have we not seen yet? We've seen all of these. We've seen... Have we seen the Tau? We have seen the Tau, haven't we? I feel like we've seen the Tau. I'm pretty sure we've seen the Tau. Yeah, we have. We've seen the Tau. And the Tau's not bad. It's just, you know, obviously not great by itself. We've seen the Devil. We have not seen the Hell. So let's take a look at the Hell and see how it does. How/what it does. Oh, it requires slag. No, it doesn't. It's just not good without it. So, note to self. Without slag, it's essentially useless. And that's everything so far. We've seen everything, except for, obviously, the new stuff, which we haven't unlocked yet. I still want to prioritize the command center, because I want to see what the command center unlocks for us. The problem is the fact that now I only have one thing of silica going into the system. I'm gonna deprioritize that right now, because it's just not as important as the silica is. The silica is so much more important right now to me than this stuff is. So much more important. Honestly, the silica is so important to me that I'm even going to disconnect my metaclass. Like, I'd rather have that extra silica throughput instead. That's how important it is to me. And then the enemies are gonna get very swiftly dealt with. Yeah, just look at the numbers go down. It may be vanilla turrets, but even though it's vanilla turrets, it's also vanilla enemies, which just means that they're gonna get melted. They're done and dealt with. Wrong button. 281. I'm honestly gonna go back to that other zone, Frozen Forest. No, not Frozen Forest. Because Frozen Forest doesn't have any sand. Craters. No, it's already producing as much as it can. However, while I'm here, I can go to the tech tree and use everything that's here to help out as well. Don't need that. It's a silica waste. Puddle! An ocean defense turn used for defense on deep waters. Fires energy tridents. very intriguing. I'm gonna have to check that out once I get it unlocked, but right now it's not super high on the priority because of the silica count. Same thing with these guys over here. That silica count is just gonna kill me inside to constantly be trying to use my silica. Oh, I could go to the biomass synthesis facility already, too? I mean, there's no point. Apparently, I only survive... What do you mean I only survive 6 waves here? So that's something that I don't think I discussed at all, but there is a whole thing where it will tell you how many waves you survive if you just leave it be. And this says that it survives... You have to also be at a different zone, sadly. But it says it survives 4 out of 6. Which is so odd to me, because it should definitely survive more than only 4 more waves. But whatever, that just means that it's time for a boost. So let's just do, I don't know, like this many. That should be able to keep up. And the other one is going to wrap around. I hate it when I'm like 1 or 2 pixels off from what it's supposed to be. Like I do. I hate that so much. And yes, we're going to run into an issue with liquid passback as a result of these routers being chained like this, but I don't really care. There. That should help. I know I said should. I should not say should. But whatever. I said should. I'm gonna need to go down and fix that myself. Yeah, Guardian approaching in 5 waves. That looks like it's a fortress. Fortresses aren't awful. They're just also not very fun to deal with. Now, my big question just got answered. My big question was going to be, how do I get this to actually work properly? And the answer is just like that. Now we build up the copper again. We run up here. We grab these guys. And we plonk them right there. And then grab this, and just like that. And we're done. That's that. That's literally that. Now they all get water, and they get water cooled. And water cooling means that they shoot faster. For example, you saw how fast they were shooting before, now look at them. Water cooling. An amazing feat of nature. Now let's see if it'll survive all of them. Survives 4 out of 4. So technically I could leave it and just let it be if I wanted, but I don't want to. I want to be here. Okay. So I got the ground factory. It won't let me get the reconstructor, because there's the reconstructor, like the unit upgrade something or other. I forget what it's called. It's this thing. It's this block right here. It's this one. And then there's the multiplicative reconstructor. Holy cow. Those guys did a lot of damage. That's fine. I'll just stand here this time. Give him a shield. I guess the multiplicative reconstructor And additive reconstructor, that's what called, the additive reconstructor. I guess that's gotten after I capture this zone. How's the other one doing? Is it fine? It looks like it's fine. If it's not fine, I'll be able to deal with it on my own. I'm gonna give them all a minute. Especially these guys, I'll let their water rejuvenate. And now go. Yeah, there it is, the fortress, the guardian. It's like a mobile hail. There goes one of them, there goes the other. Sector captured, new content unlocked. Nope, that's the naval factory. Complete research additive reconstructor. Titanium. Titanium, titanium, titanium. I know the additive reconstructor doesn't use titanium. Like, I know that for a fact. For a fat fact. Yeah, and then it just gives me, the naval factory and then the reso. Complete additive reconstructor, complete additive reconstructor, complete multi-reconstructor, osmium, titanium, titanium, titanium. Does it need the core? It shouldn't need the core. Biomass synthesis, maybe? Because that's another stem of the ground factory. Titanium, 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 titanium. Windswept. Stained. Windswept. Additive. Additive. Mace. Biomass. So it's probably a biomass synthesis facility, if I had to guess. If I had to guess, that's probably what it is that it wants me to do next, is the biosynth facility. Although, again, that really is just a guess. Like, I honestly don't know. I don't know what it wants. I think it's probably that it wants me to do the biomass synthesis facility first. And then it'll let me do the rest of it next. I think that's probably what it is, if I had to guess. But like I said, I honestly do not know. Like, I really don't know. I am going to go on ahead and replace this copper belt with this metaglass belt, though. Because I have drones doing copper for me now, and that should be enough throughput of everything. And then, now that we have 3 silica belts, I'm going to go on ahead and replace this silica belt as well. Okay, slight interruption there, but now with all of that done and dealt with, I think I actually will remove one of these as well, just so that the coal flows a little better. And then I can actually instead just bring the coal this way and leave that for the valvanite. And that'll be fine as is. Take a look at the research, make sure that we're not missing anything. Just the crawler. I want to see if I can actually do anything after the crawler. Disrespect. That's a great unit name. Osmium. Interesting. Alright, we'll take a look at that later. And then we'll just pump whatever we can into everything else. And be done for today. So yeah, that is going to be all. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.